Viewers of Coronation Street are speculating a shocking death twist involving Eileen Grimshaw before her departure, which might result in the loss of two characters. Julie Carp is expected to pass away next week, concluding her emotional journey with terminal cancer. However, many fans are now concerned that Eileen may also meet a tragic end in an unexpected and heartbreaking turn of events. Julie Carp returned to Weatherfield a few months back, where she unexpectedly crossed paths with Todd at the Chariot Square Hotel. Before long, it became evident that she was concealing something. Todd eventually discovered she had been diagnosed with terminal cancer. At first, Julie chose not to tell Eileen about her condition, but the truth came to light when Eileen overheard her making funeral arrangements at Shuttleworth's. Since the reveal, Julie has been doing her best to cherish each day despite her illness. In last night's episode, Wednesday, April 30, she took part in a charity event at the Rovers where the community came together for a bingo night. However, spoilers for next week have revealed the heartbreaking news that Julie will die while spending a peaceful day at the lakes with her sister. As Coronation Street prepares to air Julie's death in Monday's episode, viewers are also keenly aware that Eileen's departure from the show is approaching. Now, many fans believe that Eileen's recent stumble and unexplained aches could point to a far more serious health issue, one that might ultimately claim her life as well. One viewer remarked, "Just a twinge, Eileen. That sounds like a classic soap setup for an emotional exit. Probably something terminal." Another fan joked, "Plot twist. Julie secretly took Eileen's life-saving kidney and now she survives while Eileen doesn't." A third chimed in, "This explains why Julie's been getting so friendly with The Undertaker." But the big questions remain. What will Eileen's final storyline be, and how will Julie's death influence her departure from Weatherfield? Coronation Street airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV. In this evening's episode of Coronation Street, Christina Boyd's dark plan was finally exposed, just as Daisy Midgley confirmed she was leaving. Christina and Daisy had been working together to scam Jenny Connor by creating a fake online persona named Dom, with a friend posing as him in real life. Jenny, completely smitten with her supposed admirer, believed his pitch about an investment that would double her savings, setting the stage for tonight's installment. But the tide turned when Daisy stumbled upon Dom and Christina getting cozy in the pub's beer garden. She overheard her mother plotting to cut her out of the deal and steal the money for herself. "She reminded me of all the chaos she's brought into my life," Christina told Dom, unaware that Daisy was secretly listening, her eyes filled with tears. "And I swear, once we're lounging under the sun, sipping cocktails, I won't spare a single thought for that daughter of mine." Daisy went upstairs to find a stunned Jenny, who had just narrowly avoided being scammed. The key word here is narrowly, since the bank successfully transferred her funds into a secure account just in time. As Jenny ranted about smooth-talking fraudsters and their corny pickup lines, Daisy slyly mentioned the phrase flame-haired sorceress, a term Christina had boasted about using as Dom, subtly incriminating her mother while pretending to be clueless. Enraged, Jenny stormed into the Rovers, cutting short Christina's bingo session, and announced to the entire pub that she had nearly been duped. To prove her claim, she called Dom and watched as Christina's phone lit up, with Jenny's number insultingly saved as Ron Weasley. Kit Green soon led Christina out of the pub and toward the police station, but not before Daisy leaned in and murmured a warning to keep her name out of the mess, hinting she still wanted a cut of the cash. Christina silently nodded in agreement. Later, in the living room, Daisy kept up her act, insisting to Jenny that she was shocked by the scheme. When Jenny brought up Daisy's past catfishing antics, she flat out denied ever seeing Dom and Christina together, continuing to play the innocent. Daniel Osborne, who had recently uncovered the truth behind the scam, confronted Daisy, questioning why the police hadn't taken her in as well, and quickly realized she was the one who tipped them off. "So much for doing the right thing out of guilt," he told her, doubting her motives. You only turned in Christina because she betrayed you first. He remained skeptical that Daisy felt any genuine regret, or that Christina wouldn't try to shift the blame onto her. Daisy then set her next plan in motion, visiting the station to suggest the police keep Christina in custody overnight, claiming she feared Dom might go after her. With Christina temporarily out of the picture, Daisy informed Jenny that she needed a clean break and would be leaving Weatherfield the very next day. Her last appearance will be broadcast on Friday, May 2nd, though the fallout from recent events will carry on into the following week. Christina, meanwhile, is set to make a return later this year to stir up even more trouble for Jenny. Coronation Street continues to air on ITV1 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m., with episodes also available on ITVX. Craig Tinker is set to receive an encouraging career update in upcoming Coronation Street episodes, unaware that major changes lie just around the corner. The beloved character, currently serving as a police officer, is passionate about his job. While he typically plays by the book, Craig has occasionally bent the rules to protect those he cares about. Years ago, when Faye and Emma were involved in the accidental death of an elderly man, Craig manipulated the facts to ensure they avoided jail time. That buried secret came back to haunt him with the arrival of Kit Green in Weatherfield. Kit wasted no time getting Craig drunk and prying into his past for juicy details. Soon, Craig receives a promising sign that his career is heading in the right direction. He's offered a new placement with CID. The opportunity would allow him to transition from patrolling the streets in uniform to taking on more investigative police work. However, fans may be in for heartbreak. With actor Coulson Smith confirmed to be leaving the show, Craig's shot at becoming a local detective will be tragically short-lived. According to The Sun, Craig is set to be killed off in a dramatic exit, with the soap planning a poignant send-off for the longtime character. Craig has been a fixture on the cobbles for years, and the decision to write him out wasn't taken lightly, a source told the publication back in March. PC Tinker will go out in a blaze of glory this summer, and viewers should brace themselves for a very emotional farewell. Coulson's taking it in stride and is ready for the next chapter. Coronation Street airs on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is available to stream on ITVX. Daisy Midgley is gearing up for a dramatic farewell from Coronation Street this Friday, setting off a chain of events that will deeply affect Weatherfield. Jenny Connor, left reeling, will be plunged into emotional turmoil next week. The turmoil follows Jenny's decision to hand over her entire savings to Dom, unaware that she had fallen victim to a calculated swindle orchestrated by Daisy and her scheming mother, Christina. While viewers will need to tune in to see how Daisy's story wraps up, the aftermath continues to haunt Jenny, who is struggling to process the betrayal. Jenny feels utterly humiliated, a corrie source shared. She's been left without her partner, her finances, and even her dignity. That's not something you get over easily. However, Rita isn't about to let Jenny spiral. Her loyal friend can't stand to see her drowning in sorrow, and she wastes no time giving Jenny a firm wake-up call. Reminding her that she still has her health, the ever-wise cabin veteran urges Jenny to stop dwelling on the past and look ahead with hope. Still, a tense encounter at the Rovers causes Jenny's fragile confidence to take another hit when Ryan reminds her that Carla is now in charge, not her. As Glenda gives prospective buyers a tour of the pub, Jenny's future seems uncertain. Without her role as the Rovers' matriarch, she wonders what's left for her on the street. Meanwhile, Charlotte Jordan, who plays Daisy, appeared on This Morning to discuss her emotional departure and shared that she'll soon be lending her voice to The Archers on BBC Radio 4. "I'm genuinely excited. It's a chance to start fresh," she said about her next chapter. "I've ticked off plenty of classic soap moments. They've treated me brilliantly, but now it feels like the right time to move on." Coronation Street continues Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available on ITVX.